Welcome to another video. So today I'm going to sort out this. As you can see, it's blocking the window. So what I'm going to do is to cut it down and make it smaller so it's not blocking the window so much. I'll take out the drawers first and I'll just take the frame outside and then chop it down. Hopefully it'll be fairly straightforward. I'll just be able to then put the top back on it essentially. So I'll take the top bit off, cut it down to there and then reattach the top. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I'll take this outside and then just cut it out. Actually what I'll do is take the top off here just so I can get it down the stairs easily. It just comes off with 4 of these hex screws. Okay, got these Allen keys, hex keys. I think it's that one. Let's try. Yeah, that's it. And then I'll just do the others. There was a couple just to take out at the back as well. It's about 7 in total. Just come out. Now the top will just come off. That's the top off. Okay, I couldn't quite get it down the stairs, so I got as far as the bathroom. So I'm going to have to take it to bits in the bathroom. Now I'll just unscrew these bits and take that section off. And then now I'll take the panel pins, little nails out of the back here. So I can take the back bit of hardboard off. Okay, that then just comes off here. So that's one bit off. And then these screws just come out. And essentially I'm going to attach these just lower down. So that bit's just going to come off there. And then I'm going to attach it lower down. Okay, it's all coming apart now. I'll just take the side off and then take it outside to cut it. Okay, I've taken the side off. Okay, I've just brought all the bits down here and I'll measure up and then measure exactly where I'm going to cut. Okay, you have to make sure you get the right bits. This is the bit I need for the top front essentially, because it's a nice bit of wood that you can see here. That's going to go like that, and the top's going to fit onto the top. So it's just marking up exactly where this has got to go. And then what I'll do is measure exactly from the bottom up where it goes on the other side. So from the bottom up to there, it's going to be 895. 89.5 centimetres. That's that marked up that side, and it's also marked up that side as well, ready to be cut. Okay, I'm just going to cut across here and then I'll measure the holes. So essentially what I'm going to do, this bit here is going to replicate and go there essentially. So what I'm going to do is to cut first and then I'll measure exactly where I need the holes to go. Okay, I've just brought this out here and it's going to be easier to measure and cut on this surface. I'm measuring 89.5 centimetres. Okay, that's a line I'm going to follow, and then I'll cut it with my circular saw. Great, that's cut. Okay, what I'm going to do is to measure exactly the holes from there and replicate them there. So it's going to be for the top section. I've looked out these drill bits just to make sure that they are exact. They fit exactly in the holes. And I've got a larger one for where the dowel section goes in. Okay, they're measured there. Now ready to drill. I'll drill them exactly the same size as those. Great, that'll fit that in there, and then the dowels go in there. Okay, it's splintered really badly, so what I'm going to do is to then just use these bits of wood here, and or just one on each panel essentially, and put those on the end, and that will also keep the strength. Okay, I've just got to cut this section down so that essentially that fits on there. It slots in and there's a slot. So I'll just cut it down. I've measured, and I haven't measured too much. I've made sure that I've measured just enough so that it does sit in to the recess in here. So now I'll cut it. I'll use the best side for the outside because you won't see the inside. Okay, the panel's slotted back in. Great, that's the side done. That's nice and strong. Okay, that's two sides done. You'd never know the difference. A few little nicks at the top. I might just put a little bit of black paint on there, some stain, and that will cover it all up. You shouldn't be able to see those anyway because the top will cover that. Okay, I've also cut the hardboard backing down to size as well. Now it's time to fit it all together. I'll do that upstairs where it's going to be. Let's just see if my holes are right and this fits. Yes. Okay, that's all the pieces here ready to be put together. Let's see if I can put it together without the Ikea instructions. Okay, I have a slight problem. I've got this extra bit here, and how am I going to put the screws through there to attach the top on? So what I'm going to have to do is to take these two bits of wood outside again, so I can drill a bigger hole through here so it matches that, so I can get the screw through. Okay, I've attached that onto here, drilled some holes. It's a bit messy, but you won't see that because that'll be underneath. Where I've attached these two bits of wood together, it's made it much stronger as well. So some of the Ikea stuff can be a bit flimsy. I've put the end bits on to make it all nice and sturdy. And then once you get the top on, that'll hold it all together. I've just put the hardboard back on this. Okay, now to attach the top. Okay, that's the top on solidly now. I'll put it back in position and then I'll put the drawers in. Okay, I'm just going to clean this up, but I'm also going to try and get rid of some of these scratches. And I'm going to cover it up just with some wood stain. First of all, what I'm going to do is to rub the edge just with a bit of wire wool, just to smooth it off a bit. There's some quite sharp edges. That smoothed it down a bit, and then I'm just going to clean it up with some turpentine, and then I'm going to put some wood stain on it. And I'm going to use a sponge just to dab the wood stain on. And then I'll clean it up just with a bit of turpentine. And a cloth just to give it a bit of a wipe. Okay, that's cleaned up nicely. Now to just get rid of these bits here with just some stain. It looks streaky, but they'll dry okay. Okay, it's looking much better. It just dries really quickly. There's still a bit of those scratches you can see through. So as soon as it dries, just dab some more on. I've stained the front as well, and it's looking much better. It's just drying. Okay, this is still drying a bit, but overall it's looking really good. The marks across the front have gone. Great, that's that sorted. It's looking much better now, it's not so high. So yeah, it just shows how easy, well actually it took a little bit of time, it probably took about 2 or 3 hours to do that. It just shows that you can alter some of the self-assembly furniture that you have got. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for some more videos.